Hello everyone, this is our Cisco 1 LAN 122-300 Moraine Valley course. Now this is for the summer of 2017 and I'm your instructor, Justin Valentino. This class is entirely hosted inside of netacad.com. We're not using Blackboard or Canvas or a Moraine Valley system. It's all utilized in Cisco's netacad.com system. So make sure you have access and let me know if you need any help if you don't. The first thing we're going to do is go to the syllabus section of our class. This class is LAN 122-300. It is in your Learn page on NetAcad. Go ahead and click on it so you're on the same page as me. When you are here, go ahead and click on the syllabus. And inside of the syllabus section, I've built out some basic info regarding our class. You can access the course syllabus by clicking that link to download it. Down below, you have a graphic representation of the book, but you don't need to buy the book. If you are a physical book reading only style person, go ahead and buy the book. The book is optional though, because all of the reading in this book, it's available free online within this course on netacad.com. So if you can read on a computer, you're good to go without having to purchase a book. To get in touch with me, please use my Moraine Valley email address, or you can call my office phone. But in the summer, we do not have office hours, so the best way to get in touch with me is to email me. With any correspondence, please refer to our course number of LAN 122-300 so I can get back to you faster. I do a lot of different IT projects regarding teaching over the summer. Besides the syllabus section, we're going to go to where you will live for the rest of the summer course, and that's the modules page. Click on modules, and this is where everything is laid out for you. I've designed the module page to be as dynamic and straightforward as possible for our class. We have a course introduction module. This is the video you're watching right now. We have an Introduction to Networks launch button. We'll take a look at this in just a little bit. This is where we do our course reading. We're going to have labs on physical equipment in this course, and that's the NetLab Access button, and we'll walk through that in just a little bit. We'll also have some packet tracer files, and these packet tracer files is a network simulation tool where we can build networks very quickly and also have our networks be graded automatically. It'll also tell you what you're doing wrong and what you need to fix. There's a 32-bit version or a 64-bit version. That's depending on what type of machine you have. Besides the course intro area, we have multiple chapters in this course to cover. Each chapter is set up as a module. You'll have a launch chapter link that takes you to the chapter 1 reading. The lecture video that I create, I have from previous ones already loaded up, but as we have our meetings on Mondays, I'll be recording new ones on our Monday meetings just for you. We also have virtual flashcards, and that's the terms and concepts practice you'll see with every single chapter. These are pre-built virtual flashcards to help you learn the material utilizing a flashcard study tool. We have quizzes, and the quizzes are not graded. These quizzes you can take as many times as you want. They're just for you to be able to test yourself on what you're reading. We have the chapter exams, and these chapter exams are a part of your course grade. These will be graded, and you only have 3 attempts on each chapter exam. The last attempt you take is your grade for your chapter exam. So we have chapter 2, same setup, but in chapter 2, besides the reading, besides the lecture video and the flashcards, and the unlimited quiz that's not graded, and the 3 attempts at the chapter exam, besides that, we actually have a lab section I built out, where we have 2 labs that are required for you to complete, and they are graded. We'll go ahead and click on the first one, which is Lab 2333, and we'll notice here that we'll get a new window, and inside of here I tell you, utilize our myvlab2.morainevalley.edu system. We'll talk about this in just a moment. With this system, it's a live physical device lab rack. You'll be able to access live physical Cisco routers and switches remotely from anywhere in the world using the internet. We'll go through this in a separate video. With this lab, I give you a Word doc. Please utilize Microsoft Word or Microsoft Office. You can get a free copy of Office from Moraine Valley by being a student. It's by where you log in with your email. Open up the Word doc. And when you open this Word doc, you have to follow the instructions utilizing the NetLab system and answer questions in most of the labs. So the lab shows you have 2 switches and 2 PCs. And this will be in our NetLab system with these real physical devices that you can access anywhere in the world. You'll walk through the instructions and follow through, and wherever you see a question come into play, for example, right here, Were the ping results successful? You would type in yes or no. And if it says explain, you need to explain, because if you don't explain, I'm going to mark points off. Not to be mean, just I want you to get this stuff. My job here as the teacher is to make sure not only do you pass this class, but that you get it. For myself in IT, I went through these courses. I went through these lab sets. Things have updated, things have changed, but I stay on top of it myself, and I keep myself industry certified with my Cisco certifications. So take your time, rock out these labs, and when you answer these questions, I need you to save this file to your computer. So I'll save it. Yes, enable saving. And I'll put this thing on my desktop. Why? Because everything goes on my desktop. So I'll save the lab to my desktop after I've filled out my answers. I can then close my Word doc, and now in the top right corner I can click Submit Assignment, and I can use the Browse button to go to my desktop, and I'm going to upload this assignment back. I'll double click on it. I can leave a comment such as Great Lab, and then I can click Submit Assignment. You don't have to do any naming conventions or anything like that. When you submit your assignment, it's automatically loaded into your account on netacad.com. And if you don't know if it worked or not, look in the top right corner. Turned in, date and time. And then you can even download your submission and be able to resubmit it later on. Sometimes I'll give you an 80 or 90%, and I'll actually give you a comment on your file. Feel free to correct and resubmit. I really like people being able to improve on their IT skills and not just saying, well, I'm sorry, you weren't good enough. So you'll see a lot of comments coming back on your labs as I read through them and give you feedback inside of the lab itself, and then you can resubmit with the resubmit button, and I can grade it again. So going back to the modules page, you'll find multiple labs utilizing this system with real equipment that you can access from anywhere in the world. As you scroll through Chapter 3, same setup, single lab. Chapter 4, we don't have any labs. Chapter 5, 2 labs. All the way through until you get to the last chapter in the course, all the way down, which is Chapter 11, which has 3 labs in it. The conclusion of our course is the practice final exam. This is not graded. This is for you in order to practice your skills before you take the real final exam, which is comprehensive on the entire course. The final exam questions are questions that are based on topics you've studied, but these are questions you haven't seen before. You only get one attempt at the final exam, but no worries, it's open note and open book. So before we close on this video, let's take a look at the course reading. If I click on Launch Chapter 1, I'll get a graphic, and I can click on the Launch Chapter 1 button. And now inside of Chapter 1 here, I'm actually in the online reading of Chapter 1. This is the same material that's in the physical textbook. I can scroll my window out and be able to have more text on the screen at one time. I can go ahead and click Next, go ahead and click Next, and you can read through this. But the cool thing about the online course is there's embedded videos as well, where you can play embedded videos straight off of YouTube within the course while you're reading. This comes in handy because in some of the chapters we get into, there'll actually be advanced configurations, and you'll have a video walkthrough of how to do it. So you can read through page by page, or if you kind of know what you're looking for, you can close off this with an X and check it out. There's Chapter 1 blown up. We have Section 1.0 until the summary page 1.5. Chapter 2, so forth, all the way to 11. Besides that, what you can actually do is click on Course Index. When you click on Course Index, the entire course for this Cisco 1 LAN 122 class is organized by page, by the packet tracer lab files that we can utilize, by the physical labs that we can do in this class, or even by the videos embedded in the reading, which is awesome. Even better for things like exams and searching, there's a search button. You can click search, and whatever you type in here will be searched across the entire course reading. It's like a massive Control F for the online reading book. I can type in IPv6, which we'll cover in this class, and hit enter, and it goes to the exact pages where IPv6 is mentioned. And if I click on one of them, it even highlights IPv6 in the reading itself as it's being referenced. So when we talk about open note, open book final exams, it's not too bad. You usually have enough time to search for those items that you don't remember. So this is our course. Please get started in it. Try to stay on schedule according to the syllabus, but you are allowed to move faster. I do have videos loaded up there from previous trainings I've done because I train instructors as well, but I'll be replacing those videos as we do our own sessions together. So stay in touch with me. Please let me know how I can help you best over the summer, and utilize my contact information in the syllabus section as we proceed through this course together. Thank you for watching, and thank you for joining our class.